What's going on, guys? Welcome to my channel. My name is Curtis, and today we're talking about my battery power system in my GFC ZR2 build. I've been running a IceCo PB1000 for a good 3 years now, but going to the Apex show and the SEMA show with NOCO, they gifted me 2 of their lithium-ion batteries, and the whole battery system I had on the ZR2 when I went to that show. We're gonna install that into my GFC cubby that I built out of wood, and I'm gonna show you guys that process and like an easy DIY battery system that's pretty dang cheap. But I'll also talk about why the normal power bank is a good option also. So let's get to thinking about how I'm going to do this, because I'm doing this real time and I'm not really sure. All right, guys, so this is all the stuff that I'm going to be using to make this dual or the single battery system good. I'm not going to plug into my actual battery, but or my battery starter battery. We're not going to do that. We're just going to keep it simple like this. So first thing off, I'm going to be using this 12 volt 2000 watt pure syn inverter, 12 volt DC to 110 volt AC. We're going to do that, and then we have this nice power strip that we're going to use. That's black. That looks nice. So I have multiple spots to plug things into the camper, and then this is going to be the controller. So we're going to be able to see like what's going on with the battery and how much battery level and all that jazz. This is just the cable for it. We're gonna have a strap to strap it down through the battery like so. And then this is the NOCO Lithium NLX24 and 12 volt battery. I forget how much watt hour this bad boy is, but let's see. So it's gonna be output 1,200 amps, capacity is 90 amps, 12.8 volts, 1,152 watt hours. And we're going to be doing that because they gave me this battery and I'm going to use it. And when I had it in there, it did keep my stuff nice and charged all the time. Eventually, I'm going to be doing a solar system, so I'll be able to plug that into my battery in that. But right now we have Sure Power. I think that's what you guys call it, Sure Power. I have the plug in my bumper that connects it into the bed, and we're going to be using this NOCO Genius Gen 10 ×1. This is what will charge my battery once I plug it into the bumper when I'm home and everything. Like I said, I'm going to do solar eventually, but this is what we're rocking with now. I do need to get this all going also. But this is pretty much all I'm going to be using. I'm going to make it easy and simple because I'm not really smart when it comes to doing all this type of stuff. And flame me in the comments if my truck's going to burn down. Let me know. But I think this is going to all work. Like I said, I've been using the PB1000 power bank for the longest time, and it's been super good with me. So if you guys are like wanting to get a power bank, definitely check out the PB1000, because this thing is charge my fridge, my Starlink, pretty much everything. This has been good. I just hate having to pull it out of the back of the truck, pick it out of the hole, go plug it in, and I want to remember to plug it back in or to grab it before I go on a camping trip. We're just going to keep it all in the bed with this Sure Power. Eventually it gets solar, so I don't have to do anything like that. But yeah, let's hop in the bed and start figuring some things out. But use code downtime loss. We're trying to get a PB1000 because this thing's been tossed around the back of the truck for the longest time, and she's still going strong. All right, guys. So here is the first step. I kind of have it in this 3D printed cradle that NOCO made for me over for the show. But we just have the cradle, and then we have a cam strap to kind of keep it dialed into the bed while you're hitting whoops and hitting the trails, you know. So the cradle kind of helps it from going side to side. This one will just help from going up and down. So we got the nice Rome cam strap up and ready to go. So that's part number 1 is done. So that's going to go right there. And then I got to figure out where else I'm going to mount the actual inverter and charger. So this is what I was saying by the plug on the inside. This is routed through my bed down into my bumper, and then I have like a plug into the bumper, so that charger is going to charge through here over into the battery. All right, everybody. Sorry if it's really loud. My neighbor doing yard work, but we're gonna hop back here and check out my work I've been doing. Boom. All right, so we have the inverter mounted up. We got the power and ground going to the battery, and then we have our Noco Genius charger right here that loops around, negative to power right there, so it'll charge my battery when it's plugged into the bumper, like I said. And then I need to notch this out. I'm somehow gonna have to notch this out so this comes down all the way. I'll probably have to put 2 notches in there because I have my power adapter here. So this guy I'm going to mount on the inside side here, but I'm going to use Velcro. Boom, just like that. So you're going to be able to plug in everything through the side. Once this is down, you'll be able to plug everything in, and it'll be easy access. I'm going to have to notch that out a little bit more for 2 cables, and then I should be golden, should be good to go. But I will get back with you guys when I get everything tidied up, and I'm super excited to try this out. All right, everybody, we got everything installed. I'm super excited how this turned out. It actually turned out pretty dang nice, I'd have to say. But let's hop up in the camper, and of course, shoes off in the camper. Let's hop up here. All right, so I do have the controller over here. I don't know if I'm gonna run the controller for now, but it's pretty much just like shows you how much power is in there. It is a little recessed guy, so I'll have to cut a hole into the actual box here and mount that up with 4 screws. But I'm not sure if I want to do that yet. But all this will be hidden inside eventually if I do end up using it. We're gonna leave that right there. So right now we are charging. We are slow charging. Hop that guy up in there. We're charging our phone. We have the power strip right here on the side. We have like 5 different spots to plug a bunch of stuff in, so that'll be convenient for the Starlink. We'll throw the Starlink up there, route it through the side of the window up on top of the camper, and then we'll come down here, open the box up here, and then we have the Foval 2000 watt hour DC to AC charger, or whatever the fuck it's called. We got that guy, and then we got our power ground up to the battery right here, and then yeah, you can pretty much just do that if you want to, or you can get like a smart charger, which I will do eventually for solar. But we have that with the chrome cam strap right there mounted, so this battery ain't going nowhere, especially if we hit some whoops, it won't even hit nothing. And then we got the Noco battery charger right here, so we need to plug that in first, and I'll show you guys once we get down out of the truck where it plugs into the bumper so we can charge the battery here. So this will charge the battery around into the battery right there. This is a Noco NX24, like I said. It should be good enough for my usage here. So, and then this will come down eventually. I do need to notch this part of this out so I can run just the round cables. The flat one will already be recessed into the base here, so eventually we'll notch that out and that'll stay there, so that'll come down and not have any problem sealing it right here, because right now it's a little lifted because of those cables right there. But we'll do that eventually. And we got our all our power on board here. So let's slide out of the camper real quick. Come down. Bada bing, bada boom. If Billy Bars is watching my YouTube channel, you should give me one of those flat things because I'm tired of it. So let's come down here. This is where the Sure Power or Soar or whatever power. So this will charge my battery actually. So I'll just plug that into the wall when I get home from a trip, and I will be able to charge the battery without having to take it out, which is super convenient. Like this guy, I have to pull it out, charge it every time. Kind of a pain, but Like I said, the power bank has done me well for the longest time, and there's nothing wrong with the power bank. And if you don't want to dive deep and put a battery system and do all that, this is perfect for you. It's just, they're just kind of heavy, especially if you get a good one, like a 1,000 watt-hour power bank. It's gonna be heavy. You gotta lug it around, plug it in, do this and that. And the way that it was sitting in the box right here, every time I had to plug something in, I had to lift it up, plug it in, and then set it back down in, which was kind of really annoying. But IceCo sells these. You can use my code DowntimeLost, and love this thing. I'll probably still bring it around on long trips, just in case, you know. But that is about it for the bed system. One thing that I do need to change is all these are DC ports. So I need to find a way to run 2 AC ports for my refrigerator and my lights. Those are the only 2 things that I need that are AC power. But let me know down in the comments if you guys have any like ideas. I just need 2, so I was looking for like a split AC to DC plug, but can't find it nowhere, anywhere. But if you guys have that same problem, let me know. I'm sure I can like wire that up to like a 12-volt switch panel, because the battery's already in there and it would just work. But I'm not sure if I'm gonna do that. But down the line, we might change some things, like always. But that is my easy DIY power system video. Throw it down in the comments if you guys have any issues or problems or questions, because I respond back to all you guys, because I love you all. But that's about it for this week's video. Next week I'll be camping, I promise. We'll be having some fun adventures. I love you guys. Peace out. Bye.